Deuterino.
Yo, Debo.
There was a little bit of okay. All right, got rid of that. What's cracking with you, brother?
No, nothing. I feel about like your clearing of the throat. I feel little scratchy, a little rough around the edges, and I'm gonna work through it.
I'm going to take every single one of those, and we're going to apply those to the Mondays, and then
Hmm.
we'll see if we can circle back on the Mondays. I can't see my board right now, bro. So I don't know if this is the right one. Oh, it is the right one. Oh, it is
Look, we've
nice.
been doing this show the
I
whole
know.
time, and I haven't been able to see your board, and it works just fine.
Well, luckily we can't see the next guy coming out of the witness protection program either, so it works out. G, how's it going, brother?
Oh, it's a going. It's a going.
There you go.
Yeah.
Everything's wheeling along.
Yeah. We are chugging along.
Chugging along. Okay, I got a good piece to start off with you guys. Something that was just handed me, literally just came in as I went to get the coffee. So
New
music, just like that. All right, new piece of information. I just want to get both of your guys' bits and pieces on this. We live in a different age. That's a fair. Every year someone might say that this is a better year.
Different than what?
Different than last year.
Right.
And different than last year used to be, maybe minimal changes. But I feel like with the little more than, greater than sign, you know what I mean, has really just only steadfast at the gaining of every year, and it progressively getting more and more different each year. Maybe we're last 4 years steady.
It's a difference inflation.
There you go. So anywho, listen, I just had to explain this to my kids. So there was evidently we get an email from the school system. Okay, and if you're in the school, Josh, you don't know about
the Dude and Debo show.
No, not at
gmail.com?
No. It was my other personal account, and so the email goes to state that parents, we just want to inform you that there was an incident at the elementary school. A child in the kindergarten age brought some edible marijuana to school the other day. And
better than where I thought you were going.
Well, no, but you never know. You never know what the hair was going to. Edible. What's it again?
How did they know it was edible?
Well,
marijuana?
Again, there was an incident at school, and that's actually a great question. Gee, since I didn't read the email, this is secondhand wife information, and so that's a really good question. But evidently, multiple students were offered treats at lunch, and I think there was paramedics called. I think there was, I think it was that much of an incident.
I mean, can the parent listen? I've done a lot of.
Let me back you off. I know you got questions. I know there's things need to be answered at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
But I ask you this, and I'll let you go off, and I'll give Duder the first mic at it. What do I tell my kids? This is if an incident happens at the school. Okay, every parent needs to knee jerk. They need to recognize whether or not they have had a conversation or have had a conversation, because it's there. The lion has ate a child. You have to talk about lions because a child got eaten by a lion. And I know, dude, you got a place to go on this, but the question I'll leave out is to what do I tell my kids? This is a real incident that happened in the school system. But dude, I'll let you take it.
I mean, I got this. I would nail it. This is easy. I would. I don't know exactly what the best example is, but you'll get the gist. I would say, son or daughter, you know how you can't go get a job right now because you're a child? Do you know what age you can get a job? Right, 16 or 15. I don't know what it is, but maybe they do. Do you know what age?
This is all going well. I like how you're
16.
reassuring them of your answers as you're giving them their answers. They won't eat you alive at all, dude. But keep going. This is good.
No, of course not. And then, I would explain a couple of those points of, there's an age limit to things. And I'd be like, with this, there's an age limit to it. And you are not of that age. And when you get to that age, you can make the decision for yourself. But today, you cannot, and you're not allowed to do it.
Did he ever say what the this is, or did he leave the word out of his entire conversation with his child?
Left the word out.
Okay, so then that means his child is now more. He's confused as hell because what are we talking about here, Dad? Because you never said it. All right, you never said the word, Dad. All right, and second of all, I'm not. Am I supposed to do this when I'm older? Evidently,
You're not supposed to. You can decide to. Is what I said.
I thought it was
When
a
you
job.
get to the appropriate age,
I thought it
you
was a
can make the
job. Like I
decision
had
for
to do
yourself.
it. Like when I turned 16, this is what I have to do. All of a sudden.
Well,
But-
you know, when you live in California, there's a time where you have to try some marijuana.
It's like
Well,
a
there you go.
It's like
See,
a
you have to.
California, like a California initiation,
rite of
rite of
passage.
passage. Thank you.
It's a rite of
Okay,
pa-
all
because
right.
it's legal,
Okay.
and you're going to be curious about it, and just be responsible about it.
Well, now I have a question.
Well, I was just gonna
that's
say,
excellent. Gene.
I mean, I was just pushed back just a little bit. That's still a little rough conversation to have with a kindergartner.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Well, if
and
your
let's,
friends offer you candy, don't take it.
I mean, you know.
if your friends jumped off of a bridge, would you?
Well, I'll tell them, you know, I'll tell you guys where I led from. I told
Bring
my
it home first.
Yeah, exactly. Well, my son actually did once. He brought home a can, and he was like, "Dad, my friend offered this to me, and it doesn't say alcohol on it, but it really looks like alcohol, and it sure enough did had a star on the front, like a red star,
What was
and sparkling water,
Okay.
but I mean, the can color and the type of can, it looks suspicious, like you just kind of looks
Yeah.
like a beer almost.
Mhm.
And so he brought that home to me, and so I appreciate that with him. But what I told my kids were, you know, if I offered you vitamins, which we have vitamin gummies, are those medicine or are they candy? And they know, oh, that's medicine, Daddy. I was okay. Well, if you were at school and someone offered you candy, would you know the difference of whether it was vitamins or whether it was, you know, candy? He said, absolutely not. I said, you're right. So that's real. Okay. Today's day and age, medicine comes in candy form. And that's a
Yes.
today's age issue. Yesterday, this didn't happen. But today, medicine comes in candy form, just like your vitamins do. And there's going to be no way for you to tell the difference. So if someone wants to offer you candy, if you're going to put it in your mouth, it's decision time. And this goes to my kindergartner. This is what I had to tell my kindergartner. You got to make smart choices when it comes to your mouth and belly. And so, yeah, that's the best I could give it to him. That's the best I handed out. Go ahead, Duder.
I got a perfect story to tie all this in, true story. And then I also have a question to ask.
Okay.
When I was in my early 20s, my dad worked at a place where he could procure gummy vitamins.
Interesting.
And he got me like a small shopping bag, you know, like the plastic bag you would get from the store,
Uh-huh.
like that, full of these gummy vitamins, like
Wow.
full. I don't know how many that is, but it's a lot.
It's a
That's
lot.
And he's like,
Wow.
you know, take one a day or whatever.
Yeah, only one a day.
And it was the first time I had seen like these like gummy vitamins where they taste good too. They don't
Yeah.
taste like medicine.
Right.
Mhm.
And this was right at the time when I really started smoking a lot of weed. Oh, I just got so high one night. And I plowed through the bag of gummy vitamins because I didn't have any other munchies. So to answer your question, no, I would take it. I would take it from my friend if
Your
they
friend.
offered it to me at
Yeah.
school. But now my question is, and to this point, I've done a lot of drugs in my lifetime, specifically marijuana. Is calling the paramedics really going to do anything? I don't think there's anything they can give you. There's not anything they can do other than maybe like a placebo effect because you're a kindergartner and you feel like you're getting some treatment. But they're not going to be able to stop whatever's happening.
No. But I think
It's not going to kill them.
I think right.
They're
I
just
think
going to feel like it's going to kill them, maybe.
well, I mean, the parents are paranoid, but
Right.
I think the point of calling the paramedics is that you don't know what your next step is,
Liability, man.
and you're like exactly you're liable at the school, so you're like call the paramedics, you know. You
Yeah.
know. But I agree.
But that would be a horrible thing to like get a stomach pump for
right.
because you had like a bite of a weed brownie. And some
Yeah.
parents freaking out.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
that would suck.
Yeah. Well, unfortunate times, but I thought you guys would enjoy that as a bringer to the table of new music. There, that's real.
Wow.
Yeah. No. 100%. Duder, I'm going to slide over to The January 6th. I have that one down here. I'm going to slide over to the January. Yeah, January 6th.
I feel like didn't we pass that? I feel like we did January 6th. We're past
We're still
the anniversary.
January 6th.
Yeah.
It's not gonna die. It's not gonna die.
Well,
Especially with Goober still running around, trying to get people to be on his crew.
We all know who Dick Cheney is. I think it's an easy name to pick out of the lineup.
Yeah.
But his daughter, last name Cheney,
Liz.
Thank you, Liz Cheney, is heading the January 6th board. And I've been slowly kind of chirping, listening to her chirp every so often, see what she has to say about it. I believe she's a Republican.
Yes.
Okay.
They call her a rhino.
Oh, what?
Republican in name only.
Because she hates her daddy.
Oh. Well, I kind of like her better now. Anyways, she, a lot of stuff's coming out about January 6th right now. There's the 7.5 hour gap in some burner phone calls that was going out there. There's the guy that got on the talk show and just kind of explained what a coup, how they were doing everything, and the other guy was like, "Yeah, that's a coup. That's what you're explaining is a coup."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No."
Discreetly using military force to take over power. Yeah. It's not a coup.
Not a coup. We wanted to put our guy back in charge.
I just wanted to make sure that we didn't lose. I don't understand what the problem is. And so
coup you say?
all this is kind of coming out about a year or so after the fact. And I heard I heard a senator say, what did you guys think that we were just going to let this die? And we weren't going to investigate this. No, it just takes time to process this. Anywho, we're coming back around to January.
I kind of did, to answer that senator's question.
I kind of did too. I was afraid of it, that it was just going to kind of mull over. But two things happening I'll leave the second one out for a minute. But this January 6th thing, it's kind of coming back. It's kind of, I want to say, bringing up old feelings. I want to say bringing up, picking the scab a bit at the January 6th thing. And I just, I wanted to check in with you guys and see how you felt. If some of this new music is changing your thoughts, or is it deepening your thoughts, or concerning maybe for what tomorrow might bring?
It's still an open wound. It's not even scabbed over. So the rift that 45 brought forth into the forefront of the country that was underlying since the Civil War is not. It just shows that it hasn't healed. It's never has healed, and it's gonna take a lot to try to close it. But the Republicans don't want to close it. So, the ball's in their court, what they want to do, and they keep showing what they want to do. They want to keep it open. They want to keep the classes divided. They want to keep the different colors separated and at war with each other. That's the only way they're going to keep making money.
Dude?
My wound has healed, scarred over. I've gotten a tattoo over it, so it looks cool now. And everybody asks me questions about it. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's a cool tree. Check it out. Which I will acknowledge is the exact wrong approach. And if everybody took that senator wouldn't be able to say, you thought this was just going to go away, but it's not.
Right.
Because I completely expected it to just go away. I expect nobody to suffer any consequences unless they happen to not be a wealthy white man, which most of them were. And so if any of them do happen to suffer consequences, then to me, it's like a little cherry that I'm going to get tattooed on the tree every time someone suffers consequences from it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're over it. I mean, I want to state that one first. I'm glad that it's no worries for you. In a similar act, I mean, you can tie these together, or you can say that it has nothing to do with the. I tie them together somewhat. We did just pass a new law, federal.
That you can bring weed to kindergarten.
Well, that one's not. That one's still in the books. You can't say gay, but you can. You can bring weed. No, the other book. it's not legal to lynch somebody,
Mm.
and I never knew that it was. But
It's not legal or it's illegal because I feel like there's a gray area.
Yes, there is a gray area.
right, so it's not legal now.
Okay.
Yeah, before
No, it's a federal crime.
it's a federal crime now. If you were prosecuted in court, they could be like, "There's no law.
Self-defense.
No
Yeah.
law against it, bro."
Depending on what state you were
Exactly. And so what got me about this law being put into place in 2022. I asked some people about it, and they said, "Why are lynchings like a thing all of a sudden now?"
All of a sudden.
in. Wow.
But I mean, but that's like if you're not paying attention, to lynchings, like that doesn't, you hear the word lynching and you're, what was that, in the 60s? Like, it doesn't
Right.
it doesn't register of anything that has happened, Ahmaud Arbery lately, then I get it that maybe you don't get it, but like, here's what got me about the lynching law in 2022, which is the year that we're still in right now, is that who took it off the books 130 years ago when it was first put on? That's what gets me, because this has been on the books for 130 years, and every time it gets all the way up and then we pull it off the books, was someone saying it's just not the right time? Was someone saying, nah, you should keep that on because, and like finish the sentence, And that's what gets me. I'm like, where's all that information? And who
Gotta
was
do
that
it at
guy?
just the right time. Otherwise, who knows what it could lead to.
Just,
If we stop lynchings, what's next?
I just would have
Like
liked to
you
have
hit the
been in the
punchline.
room where the guy is trying to defend, nah, now's not the right time to do the anti-lynching law. Like, it's
Well,
just,
if you look at the timing of it, it was while they were trying to join back the South into the United States. It's taking
Originally.
Yeah, it is taken so long for America to reassimilate the South, and the South still
We're
refuses
still
to
kind of
assimilate.
waiting.
Yeah, the South refuses to assimilate into the United States. They, the fact that the Confederate flag, which was banned, is still on their state flags.
did we get most of those
It's
off?
still
I
in the
thought?
back of most of their trucks.
Well,
Yeah, it's still prevalent down south. So a lot of these things, yeah, the timing wasn't right because they were still trying. If you
Look, we got a lot on our plate.
in the heat of the night, if you look at in the heat of the night when the one actress who was banned by the McCarthy hearings came out and said, "I will take my husband's factory and leave you to yourselves."
I don't remember that, but I know it wasn't Lucille Ball.
No, and she was a confirmed communist.
She
But,
told him too. What are you gonna do? I'm Lucille
Yeah,
Ball.
I'm Lucille Ball. But yeah, she said, I will take my husband's factory and leave you to yourselves. It's the South is still just the South. It's and they refuse to assimilate.
Hmm.
So the timing was right because of 45. So it had to get done because 45 was all cool with it because he wanted to do that to the Central Part 6. So
yeah, no,
he
it's
was walking around saying I could walk down Fifth Avenue and with a gun and just shoot anybody I want to and not get prosecuted.
this was 45.
And
You said?
the police,
And I think he's probably right.
yeah, and the police union endorsed him.
Yeah.
Over 97% of the police endorsed Donald Trump, which lets you know just how bad things are in this country.
Well, I'm hoping that we don't get another 45. Like you said, election year coming up. We're going to see, not wanting to ever talk politics and only talking politics is horrible. But anyways, I'm going to swing off of that one.
It's 2022.
Yeah, 2022.
Only got one more year before it's time to start.
Yeah, for one more again. Duder, you have a couple of count up ideas. I think we're going to wait till the next one. I think we're going to do one more before we get to that one.
Before we get to that, I want to talk about Yi formerly known as Kanye,
Well, there you go.
pulling out of Coachella.
Thank you.
Did you hear about that?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and just recently, but here, okay. So, do you have a view on this, Duder? Because I'm a little Kanye'd on this. Okay, I'm a little
I mean,
just
my view
kind of
is
confused on
it's
this one.
Kanye, and I both expect it and would be mad if I had purchased Coachella tickets, which I usually, not lately, but which I did in a previous lifetime
Yes.
very often.
Well, here's okay. So
Um,
here's the thing. Like, on these major shows where there's going to be multiple artists, as a fan,
It doesn't make that much of a difference.
right? Well, I would say as a fan,
It's
you
Kanye.
you weren't, and it's Kanye. As a fan, it wasn't one headliner that you were supposed to come to. You were supposed to come to this
Right.
festival that has
Multiple.
multiple things, and it wasn't just one person that
Yeah.
you come to. Okay. However,
However,
However, yes.
it just kind of shows a bit of a disrespect to your profession and a bit of a disrespect to your fans.
well, I have another guy who I think was more disrespectful
I agree.
that I want to talk to you about.
I agree, but I just
But I have gone to Coachella specifically for the Sunday headliner, which is what Kanye was.
Really?
And obviously you have the other bands and you go see them.
right, of course,
But if the Sunday headliner was not headlining Sunday, I would not have gone.
or bought the
Wow.
tickets.
And I would not have bought the ticket.
Right,
That sounds like me in the
s-
Newport Jazz Festival.
Right.
Wanna
So
go-
if I was in that position to see Kanye, which Kanye is, I'm that big of a fan of Kanye that I would have.
yeah,
If I was still going to
Of
Coachella,
course.
I would have gone just to see Kanye
yes,
headline Sunday night.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out, and I'm out not just, $300 or whatever for the tickets,
right,
Yes.
plus, stay and time off work and all the
Yes.
travel. So it would suck. And I hear it's like over a grudge. I don't know why he pulled out, but I hear it's like over a grudge with Billie Eilish, the Saturday headliner. Did either of you, do you know why he pulled out?
I did
don't
not.
know either of them.
I did
All
not.
right.
I just heard that he pulled out, and what my question to
Kim
them,
wishes he pulled out.
who did there it is. My question is, first of all, could you get your money back? Right, if the headliner is pulled out of the Sunday show, can you get your
Probably
money
not,
back?
because
And
like you said, it's a whole festival,
I-
and they'd be like, "Hey, you got
Festival, yeah.
37 other people, dude."
I agree with you that they probably
Yeah, I'm not giving you your money back.
exactly.
because of this guy.
So that's a little rough, right? Because they're not cheap tickets, right? They're kind of expensive tickets.
300 minimum.
Yeah, and
Really?
it's
Start at 300.
start at 300. Which, by the way,
Wow.
girls soccer as well, 300. So I want to say it's a base of ticket prices these days. I'm just want to
There
throw
you
that there. But anyways, you're not going to get your money back. And if this were a major league sport, right? And the headliner of that team was
It was
like
Manchester United.
was
let's say.
Manchester United, and was just like, I'm not. I mean, and it's the big game because this isn't the little games. These are Coachella's a big game. It's a really, really, really big game. And so you're like, no, I'm not playing at the Super Bowl. I'm not playing at the World Cup. I'm not doing it. I'm pulling out. I don't care. You don't have to pay me, but I'm still on the team, and I'm out. But I'm out. I'm just not. I'm not for it. For this one. Obviously, there'd be some kickback, but this is not a ban.
But the game would go on,
The game would
and
go
you
on.
wouldn't get your money back.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
No. True.
That's true.
But this is a long line of list, and I'm going to say this. It's not helping the case. A long line of list of Kanye problems. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And Duder and I tend to agree when it comes to Kanye. And just to your point, Duder, it was just this last week, man, that I was going through music again, and sure enough, I was, oh my God, this is a bomb song. Oh, who is
Yeah.
this? Oh my God, who does? Ah, some bitch,
It's Kanye again.
some bitch.
Every time.
Here he is. Here it was. What tripped up him? It was a Kanye song. I don't even know the song. I threw it in the in the playlist so that way I can bring it up. next
Doesn't
time.
matter what song.
Doesn't matter what song it was. That's what pissed me off. That's what pissed me off. It didn't matter what song it was. He had my ear. And so in that, from a musician to a musician, he is extraordinary. Having said that, his attitude fucking sucks. Okay.
Terrible.
And to me, as a fan of people, I take a little bit of hit on that. I'm like, hey man, don't be a dick. I don't know how else to say it.
Right.
I mean, you could be an asshole, okay? Because I know just about everybody I know is, but don't be a dick. Like, stop being a dick. And so anyways, that's my Kanye news. That's where we're at with the Kanye. Deuteronomy.
All right. So there's this other guy,
Okay.
and I don't know his music. He's not Kanye to me.
Okay.
But he's probably Kanye to someone. And his name is Eric Church. And he had a concert scheduled in San Antonio for this past Saturday, April 2nd.
Yeah.
And he canceled it 3 days before because the North Carolina basketball team was playing Saturday night against their rival Duke. And and Eric Church happens to be from North Carolina. He didn't even go to the college. He just happens to be from the state. He grew up a fan of North Carolina basketball, and they were playing their arch rival Duke on Saturday night. And he's like, San Antonio, sorry, I'm going to the game. Yep. Better or worse than Kanye or Sam?
Okay, so I guess it shouldn't matter. I want to say, is he Kanye or not? He's not Kanye? Well, it doesn't matter.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's not Kanye to me. I never heard of him until he pulled out of this concert.
I would say, on the same level of Kanye, if I was a fan, I would be offended.
Right.
But
not a festival. So the concert's just done. Like you just don't have anything to do Saturday night.
And you probably get your money back this time, but it
probably
wasn't $300 for this guy.
Probably not.
No,
but still, let's say it's $30, and it was your Saturday date night, and then he's like, not doing it.
Yeah, money is money, and if you had plans for a special date, like it was your anniversary, or you guys,
maybe that's your wedding song. Is whatever Eric Church's best song is?
Met at a concert where he was playing, and he was there when you guys fell in love. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that could have been going on, and here he is going to cancel because he wants to go to a basketball game.
But here's my thing: you could, if you have the pull to be able to pull out of a concert, you're like, look, I'm just not doing it, and the venues and everybody else is like, all right, whatever.
Okay, cool.
Like if you have that kind of status, couldn't you just get them to put the game on the Jumbotron in the stadium and you tell the fans, like, look, I'm thinking about canceling because I really wanted to watch the game, but here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to play the game and I'm going to play the songs and we're going to do both.
Wow. No, I mean, that's very true. He could have done that.
There's a lot of things that could have been done, but like I said, it's Texas. and
shout out San Antonio.
It's country music, and San Antonio has a lot of venues.
Oh,
a lot of venues for country music in Texas.
You know what? I think, Duder, I can't wait.
Is it Duke in North Carolina?
By the way, G and I are assuming he does country music because he's white and we don't know.
And he was playing in San Antonio.
I say he's got rap music.
He was playing in San Antonio. Oh, also, the other part of the story that I forgot to mention is that wasn't even the championship game.
Yeah, that got me.
That was the game before the championship game.
And the whole thing stinks, right? But I mean, again, I think you just lose. What if we made a date? I mean, can I break it down to like people? You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was like,
I was like, D-Bomb watching the game, bro.
You were like, dude, yeah, I know that we have tickets to go see a concert right now, but
we're gonna go see Eric Church.
We're gonna go see Eric Church. Yeah, I know we're stoked. We're about to go, but the game is on, and just like him,
Angels are playing, bro.
I just feel like I gotta watch this game. I think I'd be a little hurt.
Well, he did give you 72 hours.
He did get and my money back.
And your money back. I'm like, look, people, I'll Venmo you $30.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at Angelo's, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
72 hours.
So
you have plenty of time to make other arrangements.
In reality, I think no love would be lost. Right. In reality, probably. I would be like, all right, well, enjoy the game. All right, cool, bet. Like it would be like, okay, no problem. Yeah. But why is it such a bigger deal that it's an artist and he canceled on me versus the dude canceled. Like the dude canceled me. I was like, you know what? I'll give a pass. It's cool. I'll get you
I
next
mean,
time. You know,
because we have a
Because you
history,
can talk to the dude.
and
You
I'm
can't
not
talk to Eric Church.
I'm not 20,000 people. I don't know how many
Yeah.
people go to an Eric Church concert, but I'm not that many
at
people.
least 20,000.
At least 20. I feel like
maybe
it's
10.
probably been sold out for
I don't know.
years.
And
But
Waitlisted.
but I feel like again, you know him as much as you care about his music. I just don't feel like I'd give him a pass. I feel like I would be hurt more by an artist who turned me down and canceled a show that I was trying to go to, and I was going to pay for it. Versus if a friend had been like, "Yo, man," with no excuse, like it didn't even really give me an excuse. Like, no, like I'm just gonna watch the game. I thought, bro,
I
I
don't
thought
want to watch the game.
we've
bro.
been with 3 months. We've been talking about this. Yeah, I know, but I already
yeah,
bought
but the game's on.
my ticket or my gas fare because
Yeah,
you
but
know
the game's on, man.
The game's on. Can you TiVo the game?
Did you
Nah,
know
I'll
the
watch it
game was-
live.
Good.
I want to watch it later.
Did you
live.
know the game was gonna happen 3 months ago? You're like, yeah.
No, you didn't.
Well, in this
Because
case, G's right. No, you didn't,
Yeah,
because
you
it was March Madness.
I
Yeah,
see.
March
I see.
Madness,
And so he's
you
been
got to play it by ear.
he's been drummed up into the March
he
Madness.
knew the Saturday
3
before.
days before.
Right.
Right.
So in
You
March
said-
Madness news, how's our girl Paige doing?
Man, Paige Buckets lost in the championship game last
Oh,
night
No.
to South Carolina, and honestly, South Carolina was just a better team.
Wait,
They came out and smashed them 22-8 in the first quarter.
Dang.
UConn just couldn't get anything going.
dang.
Paige Buckets led UConn in minutes, points, rebounds,
So
and I think
did
she
her
was second
part.
in assists. Like
She
she
did her
did
part.
everything.
Within her power to try to win the game,
Yeah,
but it was just not enough.
wasn't enough. Shout out Aussie Fudd because her name's fun to say. She's a freshman. She's going to be really good. You're going to be hearing about her in a couple years
What team?
for UConn. She didn't do so well this game, but in the tournament she was great.
Okay.
And shout out Destiny Henderson on South Carolina. She was like, I don't know, Candace Parker or Sue Bird on steroids. She dominated.
Wow.
She was like Michael Jordan.
Wow.
26 points.
Dang.
Just nobody could guard her.
Just ball.
She's the reason South Carolina won. So it was a good game to watch, but it was evident early on that
Yeah,
UConn just
like
was not
UConn
going
was
to. When it was
outmatched.
22-8 in the first quarter,
Yeah, you're out.
I was like, man,
You ain't
there
gonna
it goes
beat
for the Huskies
you
and
could
Paige
trade
Buckets.
baskets for
But
the rest of the game, and there's
yeah,
no way.
and that's pretty much what they did. G,
Yeah.
is, they came back 19-13 in the second quarter, 10-11 in the third.
Yeah.
But you gotta have a big run to
You do.
make up that difference.
Yeah, all they have to do is just trade baskets with you and ride
Yeah.
out the clock.
Any highlights in the men's division, March Madness that you wanted to shout out real quick because
We
it's on your
have
mind?
Eric Church's North Carolina Tar Heels right now in the championship game against the Kansas Jayhawks, 22-20. The Fighting Eric Churches.
Okay.
Any predictions there, Duder, or rather, if not a prediction, the direction you'd like to see the rest of March Madness take?
Well, I'll tell you that rumor has it that someone in the Dude household put a hefty wager on the North Carolina Eric Churches tonight. So
Duder, I just wanted
hopefully-
Did
to
you
do a
take the
head.
points?
I just want to do a head count. There's just you, your partner, and the dog.
And the dog.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
just want to make sure the okay. All right, all right.
I think your dog has a gambling problem.
He might. He might.
Okay. All right. Again, your direction for the March Madness?
Well, we're pulling hard for the Fighting Eric Churches
Mhm.
out of North Carolina, and
Okay.
this is the championship game tonight.
So there we go. All right. So when we come back next Monday, we should know whether Duder's predictions are correct or not.
About 22 minutes, you should know.
Yeah,
I don't-
6.5 minutes left in the first half.
I should
Okay.
be that long. But
There's only two halves in in college basketball, so
how do they score touchdowns? No. Anyways.
But two halves in men's, but they do 4 quarters in women's because that's the superior game.
that. They make the women work harder
Well, they always do.
and don't want to pay them.
Yeah, there's a whole thing going on about obviously the pay gap and everything. But the way they're starting to get to the bottom of the way the NCAA and CBS, they work together on all the money for March Madness. And every year CBS says that the women's game is a net loser and the men's game makes all the money. And then some reporter did all the research, and they found out the women's game made like $6 million this year. And they don't televise it as much as they do the men's game. So
Really good.
there's going to be a whole thing on that you're going to hear about in the near future, I'm sure.
Duder, if we can slap ourselves maybe down to the Smith category, wanted to see what we're going to do in the Madness setup for Will Smith here.
Well, yeah, speaking of March Madness, I'm glad you brought that up.
Uh-huh.
I have the Sweet 16 Will Smith movies as ranked by me. And I realized while ranking these that there's a few I haven't seen. So when we get to the lower end of the rankings, if you disagree, just know that I only saw the trailer today as I was doing the rankings.
All right.
So here's how it's going to work. We're going to trade off. I'll give you one, and I'm going to give you two movies.
Okay.
You're going to pick one, and they'll advance in the tournament.
Okay.
Then I'll give G two movies. He'll pick one, and so on until we have a winner. The Will Smith Madness champion.
Will Smith Madness Slapperoo. All right, I'm down. Duder, give me
The Slap 16 is what we're calling.
Slap 16. All right, Smith Slap 16. In 2022. All right, Duder, give me my first two.
All right, you're going to start us off with the 1 seed Ali versus the 16 seed 6 Degrees of Separation.
6 Degrees Separation, if I'm not mistaken, was a stretch role for Will Smith.
1993.
Yeah, and I saw it, but it definitely was just an okay. But it was really actually a good movie. It was deep. It had
very deep.
But Ali, I believe, if you've seen its handiwork on the Grammys or the Oscars, is definitely a role that lasted a little longer. So I'm gonna go Ali. I'm gonna take Ali.
Yep, as expected. That's why Ali gets the 1 seed.
Yep.
All right, moving on. G gets the 8-9 matchup.
Okay.
Wild Wild West is the 8 seed versus Hitch, the 9 seed.
Ooh, okay.
The rom-com and the comedy. I'm gonna go with the rom-com. Hitch.
It's taking Hitch.
I liked it better than Wild Wild West.
I still use a Hitch line every morning I wake up. Wake up every morning as if it was on purpose. I still every time I wake up every day. I'm like, go ahead. Thanks, Will Smith. Hitch.
I saw some comedian, I can't remember the joke, but she made a joke about Hitch in a negative light.
Okay.
And my partner laughed, and I was like, oh man, I like that movie.
Yeah.
And it was totally like one of those disconnects where the women in the room are laughing. I'm like, damn. I guess the joke's on
movie, me. The parody of Hitch, not another date movie.
Oh yeah, I remember that. The little guy. That's funny.
With Tony Cox as Hitch, it was just
that was funny. I enjoyed that.
There you go.
Yeah. So Hitch always sticks out for me.
There it is.
There you go. All right, Debo, back to the 5 seed I Am Legend versus the 12 seed King Richard. Tough one. Tough matchup.
Can I get a refresher on King Richard?
King Richard is the one that he just won the Oscar for in the slapping. It's the Williams sisters, Venus and Serena, and their dad.
This would be because I didn't see it, right? Because
that's why it's 12, because
right.
I didn't see it either.
And we're going up against which one now?
I Am Legend.
Well, I saw I Am Legend, but it didn't win an Oscar.
No, I don't even think it was anywhere close.
And if I'm correct, Will Smith slapped the shit out of somebody after this last one. So I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with the Serena Williams sister,
King Richard.
King Richard. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
Oh, we have our first upset.
There you go.
12 seed over the 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Which
something tells me,
I'll remind you, is traditionally an upset you see in March Madness.
Oh, there you go. Well, I for some reason that movie's probably gonna stick around longer in reputation. I feel that way.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Be a Trivial Pursuit for sure. So.
What movie did Will Smith win Best Oscar for after slapping comedian Chris Rock? I'll take King Richard for 1,000, Alex.
Yeah.
All right, G, you get the 4 seed Independence Day versus the 13 seed Hancock. And I see Dwayne thinking, if Independence Day is the 4 seed, what other movies did he pick that are better than that?
That's a wow.
Hancock.
It's a tough one.
Hancock and Independence Day. Ugh. Let's see. Independence Day had that sappy ending.
Yeah.
Also, Will Smith punched someone in the face.
He dragged
Or
Mayweather
something,
out
I
the
guess.
ship and beat into him.
Yeah. You ever
The
notice
special effects-
Will Smith slaps a lot of people in movies?
Yeah,
all
a
the
little
time?
The special effects in Independence Day was a lot better than the ones in Hitch or in
Hancock.
Hancock.
Yeah.
And I did like the fact that he was a drunk supposed superhero in Hancock.
Yeah. First
One
black
of the
super-
first
first black-
anti-hero kind
I'm
of.
going with Independence.
First
Day.
black superhero. is that
First
what
black
you're saying?
superhero. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh no! What about help me out here? G, was it Meteor Man?
Oh yeah, Meteor Man. With,
I
Richard
didn't
Tow-
read
Robert
comics,
Townsend.
and I was from the '90s, so
Robert Townsend.
I don't know.
Robert Townsend.
I don't know who Meteor Man was.
Robert Townsend and David Allen Greer.
What
There you
year?
go.
G, what year?
Oh gosh, Living Color year. So
Yeah.
Really? '90s?
Yeah. 91,
80,
92,
80,
probably.
80s, 90s? Oh,
89.
yeah,
Well,
90 something.
he was my first black superhero. Okay.
All right, fair enough. Independence Day, Hancock.
Yeah, Independence Day.
Yep.
All
All
right,
right.
of course.
Independence Day, we figured that. Over to, this is going to be one of the answers to your question, Dwayne. Over to the 2 seed, Bad Boys.
Nice.
Now I'm not counting any of the sequels in here.
Okay.
It's just Bad Boys
take it.
because it's the slap 16. We have a limited amount of space.
There it is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Bad Boys against the 15 seed, Enemy of the State.
Ooh, I like Enemy of the State.
Tough one. Tough one.
Yeah.
That
And honestly, it's only 15 because I forgot about
really good movie.
Yeah, Enemy of the State got me because there was this
That was
Born
intriguing.
Identity, intriguing movie, and
it.
there was
First black
and
CIA.
there was a
guy.
black
I don't know
guy
if
in it.
that's
There was
true.
a, yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know
a,
if that's true.
yeah, but what's the other guy?
No, Wesley Snipes. was
Thank
the
you.
first one.
Yeah,
Gene Hackman.
and Gene
Oh,
Hackman.
the other guy in the movie.
Yeah, thank you. Gene Hackman did a great job. But we're going up against Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Okay, that I very much repeated. Badges? You need badges? I think it was Bad Boys.
Can't get my hand down up in there.
Yeah.
Come up with this.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Bad Boys.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah.
And bad luck for Enemy of the State. They
Yeah,
got a
real
bad
bad draw there. Enemy State.
Mhm.
Enemy State could have won against Hancock, and I think it would have. I think it would
Yeah,
have
I would've
won.
took Enemy of the State.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
draw. The 7-10 matchup, G. Suicide Squad versus The Legend of Bagger Vance.
well, I
Mhm,
don't even think
mhm.
I don't think that's a hard one. I mean,
hated The Legend of Bagger Vance.
You what?
I hated that movie.
There you go. Well, it's the 10 seed. Suicide Squad is the
No,
7.
I hated Suicide Squad.
damn.
Yeah, that's why I put them up against each other. I felt the same way.
I like Bagger Vance.
I'll
I mean,
take Bagger Vance.
yeah, I like Bagger Vance. I'm not
I'll
gonna lie.
take Bagger Vance over Suicide Squad.
There it is.
All right, we have our second upset.
Mm.
Bagger Vance. Mm.
Well, you might as well go on and hit it.
Yeah.
I looked at the
How
cover as I was
stereotypical
doing
can
this,
a
and I
black
couldn't
guy
remember
get?
one line from the movie.
You know,
It was worse than Radio.
you're right. It was. G. I saw some other people deep diving on like Bagger Vance, and they were like, "Here we go, another undercover brother with no
Yeah.
backstory, just appears out of nowhere, and
Yeah.
black guy,
The
no
black guy
backstory.
How to play golf.
Yeah,
Saves the day, gets no credit.
just a brother from nowhere.
Bagger Vance.
Yeah, I never liked.
Bagger?
Yeah,
Where you going?
I never liked the connotation that they brought, but I did like golf, and I like Will Smith. So
There you go. All right, working our way through the slap 16 here. We have Debo, this is for you.
okay,
Number 6,
uh-huh.
I, Robot, versus number 11, The Pursuit of Happiness.
Ooh.
I didn't listen. The Pursuit
Much
of
like the previous 7-10 matchup we had, I thought this was 2 movies that I liked and would be a tough call.
I didn't particularly enjoy Bagger Vance. Excuse me.
I, Robot.
Nope.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness. Thank you. I didn't particularly enjoy Pursuit of Happiness. I thought for all the roles that he's done, it just dragged for just too much, and then there was no pickup. And it was so sad the whole time, and it dragged. And I was like, "Oh my god, did you just bring me here so that when I attempt suicide, like this is what I'm going to reference?" Like,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
so. But iRobot was not that great. A very disappointing blockbuster. With
Special effects were great.
with special effects that just blew you away.
Yeah.
It really did. But the storyline and looking at the robot
was
cockeyed, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something to you, robot, and I didn't, it just, anyways. If I had to pick, special effects alone wins the boring other, so I'll take back. Excuse me, iRobot as
All
the champion over that one.
Yeah. 'cause
I'm one of
Happiness
the few people who
was
like
so
iRobot.
long.
It's good. It's like it's I mean,
But it's so
If it's on cable, I'll stop and watch it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I watch.
Super Troopers too, but I mean,
Super
it doesn't mean
Troopers
I'm gonna,
I have boobs.
All right, that was
Taking the
Diva.
pills.
G, you get the last one of the Slap
All right.
16. And Dwayne, this answers your other question about what's better than Independence Day.
all right,
The 3 seed Men in Black
nice.
versus the 14 seed
Men in Black
Focus.
2? Oh, sorry.
Would
Yeah,
you?
no sequels.
What was the other one?
Focus.
Focus?
That's like the spy
Oh, yeah.
caper, or the not the
Not
spy,
spy,
the,
it's
the con guy.
Con game. Focus.
Yeah.
Men in Black 2.
Or regular Men in Black in this case.
I mean, Men in Black.
I mean,
Any of them. Is there a Men in Black 3? I'll take that.
Here's
over.
a Men in
there
Black
was a
3.
Men in Black
Here's
3.
a Black 3.
No.
Chocolate milk. I like that. But
Men in Black. Here, have some
although
pie.
I really enjoyed Focus.
Yeah.
For a first time, it wasn't Ocean's 11 pulling a fast one. It was this other crew, and so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Focus a lot, but I probably agree with you, Men in Black.
I think I saw Focus like on Netflix and fell asleep, and so I don't have a good feeling about it. So that's why I got a low ranking.
Well, I'm kind of sad that you didn't get the other heart-wrenching Will Smith movie where his wife died. When they find out that his wife died at the end.
7 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it came down to 7 pounds and 6 degrees of separation. And I was like, well,
7.
What
Wow,
was
that
that?
was wow. Man, that was a stretch. 7 pounds was a good stretch for him.
yeah. But I figured whichever was going up against Ali, it wasn't going to matter.
I don't know,
Which
7
brings
pounds
me
and
to-
Ali, that was a hard one. That would have been a hard one.
Would it? Okay. Well, good thing I didn't put it in there then. Which brings me to the Elite Eight, Debo. We have Ali versus Hitch.
Mm.
And you like Hitch.
I do like Hitch.
Mm.
Wake up every day as if it was on purpose.
Mm.
Who was the chick in Hitch?
Ava
Good
Mendes.
God, she's gorgeous.
Yeah. Also, she was in Training Day. Remember?
I do. In Hitch, I really enjoyed her personality, so I kind of fell in love with the character too.
No, I feel like that's when she really got
Yeah.
to show a little bit more than I'm just the hot actress.
I wish you would have showed more. I'm gonna take. I'm not gonna take Hitch. It was up against. It was
Ali.
Ali. I'm gonna take Ali. I
Yeah.
really truly believe that Ali was a really really good performance. Still going. So
I liked him in Concussion better than I liked him in Ali. So
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
Concussion
Concussion.
Was the 18 seed, so it didn't make the
Concussion
list.
was a great movie for him. That was the first acting stretch, I would say, for him because he had to play.
Well, he's trying to do that accent, and it really wasn't
He did
working
pretty
for
good
me.
at it. He did pretty good
Man.
at it. I like
All
it.
right. Speaking of stretch, G, the Elite Eight matchup, you have King Richard, the 12 seed versus Independence Day.
Ooh.
Tough one.
Yeah.
I
I think it's pretty
not
clear.
Really.
I think it's pretty clear.
I'm going with Independence. Day.
Yeah, of course you're gonna go with
Yeah,
Independence Day.
me
He-
too.
He hit an alien, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
You
going
told
with
that alien, keep my wife's name
The-
out your mouth.
And the fact that the black man went to space and didn't blow up, I enjoyed that.
And
Well,
didn't
that's-
even die the whole movie.
Yeah, he didn't die the whole movie. First time for me.
First time brother makes it to space, doesn't die. Aliens and shit.
All right, Debo. This probably should be an easy one. Bad Boys versus The Legend of Bagger Vance.
I mean, let's just keep this simple. Bad Boys. Let's just make that simple. Sorry, Bagger fans.
You made it through one round, Bagger. That's more than we thought.
He had to disappear over that hill.
Bagger.
Where are you going, Bagger?
Man.
Sorry, Bagger Vance. Shout out Legend of Bagger Vance. Was that Matt Damon, I think? And,
Yeah.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Matt Damon movies. There you go.
There you go. G, you get the last one of the Elite Eight. I, Robot versus Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Men in Black.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Men in Black.
So I could have made this a lot shorter because we have the top 4 seeds in the finals.
Okay.
Jeez. So that's who made it.
Wow.
Okay. That
We
makes
could have
sense.
just done that. Debo, over to you. This is where it gets tough now.
Okay.
Ali versus Independence Day.
Ooh.
Final 4. And rumor has it, actually, I'm just getting this across the desk here. Eric Church actually just canceled a concert because Ali is his favorite movie and he wants to listen to what you pick.
I mean, this is getting down to some serious,
Wow.
some
A
serious
hard
stuff
one.
right here.
Independence Day.
Ali Independence Day.
And to be fair, Will Smith punches someone in each movie.
He does. He
There's
does.
more punches than Ali, but okay.
More punches in Ali, but special effects of Independence Day. There were no special effects really.
I think that
Did you see both in theaters?
I don't know if I saw both in theaters.
I didn't see Ali in the theater.
Right.
So
I
Do you remember seeing Independence
I
Day
do.
in theaters?
I do.
Yes.
I remember, and that's what it brings me to. I think Independence Day, especially for the day,
yeah.
knocked it out of the park a little further than Ali. I think Ali was a great movie to finally sit down and say, "Whoa," you know.
Mhm.
But I think that when he knocked it out of the park for Independence Day, it just I think Independence Day.
Yeah, I was mad he didn't get the Academy Award for Ali. I was mad about that.
I was mad he didn't get it for Independence Day.
I was mad he didn't get it for Concussion.
There you go. All right, so Independence Day with the upset, kind of the upset. They're the 4 seed. I saw both in theaters, and I saw Ollie on Christmas Day when me and friend of the show, Fire Marshal Jeff, used to go. That was our tradition on Christmas Day. We'd go to a movie.
There you go.
Okay.
And I saw Independence Day on July 3rd. They actually released it early.
Where did you see that though? By the way,
The theaters we used to, I can't think of the name of it, but the
Cinedomes?
theaters we used to ride our bike to.
no.
Yeah, the Century Cinema.
Cinedomes? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I saw it there on the 3rd as well. That's funny. We could have been there.
Maybe we saw it
We
together.
were there together. We didn't even know it.
I saw that Roman, so
There you go. And I bring that up because I walked out of Ali thinking like, man, that's a really good movie. He's going to win the Academy Award.
Yeah.
That's
what I was
great.
thinking, too.
And I walked out of
And he
Independence Day like, that's the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God, mind blown.
Yeah. Mind completely blown for Independence Day. Although I definitely had less lead up walking in Independence Day, so it was easier.
I mean, we were also younger.
Sure.
Yeah.
He was younger. He wasn't getting, that was his first like big action
He
film,
wasn't
if
Will
I
Smith.
recall.
Yeah, it was. It was not Will Smith. He had not done Men in Black yet.
Right.
He had done Fresh Prince to this point, I believe.
Nia Long was hot, so
Yeah. Oh, Neil Long. Yeah, great. G, you get the other side of the final 4. You get Bad Boys. This maybe is a tougher one. Bad Boys versus Men in Black.
ooh. Oh dang.
Yeah, that's a real tough one.
Ooh.
I don't know which I quoted more growing up.
He shot
Like,
people in Men in Black.
I was a big Men in Black. He shot at people in Bad Boys.
Yeah. He did a lot more swearing in Bad Boys.
A lot of swearing in Bad Boys.
I
I have my choice, but I'm a silent person, so I'll keep it to myself.
Mhm.
I'll wait for G, but I definitely have a choice here.
I'm going Men in Black.
There it is. There.
Is that what you would've gone with?
Men in Black. I mean, Bad Boys did great, and it probably even got a sequel.
Yeah, it
It
did.
did. A couple of them.
But Men in Black is something that we still say today.
Mhm.
I just got done being.
You ever flash anything, Nikkei?
And
need to
see,
stop with
it's
flashy
still,
things.
yeah, it still rings true. And not to mention, recently been exposed as a government truth. So I like Men in Black for a lot of reasons. So
All right. Well, Debo, you get the championship matchup here.
may I take suggestions from G, given making it fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Independence Day versus Men in Black.
Ooh.
Taking Will
Dang.
Smith's top slap seats here. Okay.
Wow.
All right. All
The
right.
Slappy Championship game.
If I'm not mistaken, we're talking 1 and 2. I think he went Independence Day, first major film, and then Men in Black
Yeah.
might have been his second
Yes.
major motion.
Men in Black
Summer
was
blockbuster.
97. Independence Day was 96.
There you go.
We messed up. Bad Boys 95.
Oh, so he did hit Bad Boys first before he got it Independence Day. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
So there we go. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'm gonna.
That's a heck of a run.
G. Let me ask you. I think I have my decision made out here. What do you got?
I'm looking at the special effects,
Mm-hmm.
the acting.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, man, but the fun for me came with Men in Black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Independence Day, yeah, it has some great moments for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, he was with Nia Long, so can't go wrong there. But the lady he was trying to get with in Men in Black, she was good too.
Yeah, no, she's the good in the suit.
I'm
It's
leaning
tough.
towards Men in Black.
All right. Okay. Well, I think I made my decision, Duder. I think I have my my decision for the panel of judges.
Did
here.
you see Men in Black in theater? Do you remember seeing it in theater?
Yes.
Again, I don't remember seeing it in theaters, but I think I did. I'm almost
favorite
positive I did. I think it's in. I'm almost positive I did. So.
I know for certain I did, but I can't remember.
Favorite theater in the world. I went to Roman's Chinese.
All right, so then let me pull this music for a second just to give my reel on this. Independence Day is still the image you have in your head of a White House blowing up. Okay, that
True story.
that image will just not go away. If you think
Yeah.
end of the world in America, I mean if you're Russia, you're like, okay, the Kremlin's taking. But I mean, if you're in America and you're kind of like the White
Well,
House,
to be honest, if I was Russian, that's how I would picture the Kremlin blowing up.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So Independence Day has this graphic, depiction into your mind because of its it's groundbreaking for the day. It really, really was, and so it stuck for a lot of people. Men in Black was hilarious
Yeah.
and stuck so hard that they made a part 2. And I think for that speaks more to Men in Black than it does for Independence Day, just slightly. I mean, did they just come out with Independence Day 2? Did that just happen not too long ago?
No, they came out with it, but
Yeah,
oh, God, sucked.
it was hard to even follow it because they killed it so hard in the first one. They were like, "We're gonna do a second. We don't believe you. We don't buy it."
Yeah.
And but if I
can open that garbage can and go on, did I just step on your family?
right, yeah, see, cockroaches, man. If I had to go ahead and give one the win, someone's gonna take the W. He's gonna go home and say flashy thing, or he's gonna say blow up the White House. What's gonna take the gold? I feel like it has to be flashy thing, and it's a really really hard decision because I keep seeing the White House blow up, but as much as American
Will Smith did not blow up the White House.
That's right. Thank you. Noted. As much American spirit that I may have had after the president's speech from Independence Day,
Yeah, I fly.
right? I want to say I had more appreciation, maybe even for Aliens or just a good comedy.
Interesting. 2 Alien movies. I just made that connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's, but anyways, yeah, I definitely I'm gonna go Men in Black too. Men in Black. Men in Black. Yeah.
Men in Black, the original.
And Michael was in.
Oh, that's right. I could be
What?
Agent M. That's
Yeah.
right. I had to think about that. Yeah. Help me. Forgot about Michael.
There you go. Men in Black, the Slap 16 champion.
Man. Well, there he takes it too. I tell you what, gentlemen, we are going to take it to the room, and in this room right now, if you guys would just follow me out here to the playground, I got some brownies I'd like to hand out here real quick at the playground.
All right.
I love brownies.
A lot of people are looking for punch and pie, but today just brownies.
Cheesy poofs?
These are all edible things for you, okay? And they're good. Don't take them home to your parents, children. And grab Tally on your way out.
Here's my question: would you trust it if someone handed you a brownie and said, "This is not edible"?
No. I mean, but
Right. So if you hand me a
Right.
brownie and say, "This is an edible brownie,"
Yeah.
of course I'm going to eat it.
I'm just thinking I'm getting high. I just think this is what is happening. G, we're gonna start with you. First, how'd you enjoy the show, and any shout outs today?
It was a hard competition with these movies. Woof. So I enjoyed that. So good job, dude. And I got a shout out to Liz Cheney.
Oh wow, giving Liz Cheney a shout out, giving a Republican a shout out. I mean,
First,
that is just,
we've checked the records.
Jeez.
That's the first time ever on the show for Liz Cheney to get a shout out.
I think that's
Cheney
first.
has
think
held
that's-
her ground and
Yeah.
stood by what she says she's gonna stand by.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, there it is, G. Thanks for voting on it. It was a tough round. Thanks for going to it, and I'm sure Liz Cheney appreciates somebody liking her. Slide over here, down the slide. Got a couple of pieces of candy rolled up in my pocket, and I see dude over here for some reason talking to everybody, just trying to. He's got cards in the ground. He's just finding a blue card or something like that. Dude, what are you trying to take kids' lunch money for on
It's-
the playground?
Find the blue card for $1, Debo. These kids got to learn somehow.
Jeez, man, it's getting
Hold this
young.
blue card for me. Nope, flip that one over.
Uh,
That's red. Sorry, buddy.
Duder, how'd you enjoy the show today? And any shout outs for you tonight?
Enjoyed the show. It was good. Interesting to see the choices you guys made on the Slap 16. I did not expect Men in Black to win, but now that we've gone over it, I feel good about it. And, you know, it was one of my favorite movies when I was in high school. Will Smith was one of those people that I looked up to when I was, you know, a young man, becoming a young man.
Uh-huh.
And I patterned a lot of my jokes and high school style after him.
Sure.
And Men in Black was a big reason for that, you know, along with Fresh Prince and Bad Boys. Little bummed Wild Wild West didn't get any love, but you take it where you can get it. I'm going to shout out the North Carolina Tar Heels, Eric Church, and they have a 40-25 halftime lead in the championship game.
That's not half bad. And hopefully that and the bet that your dog made will come through for you. We're gonna hopefully. I'm gonna I'll just let you guys know I had a great show. 6 p.m. is a wonderful time. I can't wait to do it again. But
Who are you going to shout out? You going to shout out World Peace?
I'm
What's going on in the World Peace corner?
I was gonna shout out World Peace. I was gonna let you guys know, give you guys a quick report on World Peace. We had a moment when COVID started where everyone looked around and said, maybe we're one world. And then I think The Price is Right came on. Nobody gave a shit for after that. It was like a hot moment. It really took about a second. War in Ukraine, evidently everybody started paying attention for the world for just a hot minute again. And I think it's all done now. I think nobody cares. Everybody's kind of given up on that. But I will hope that that we'll come back and we'll address the world meter again. But world peace, not looking so good right now. Not looking so great. But we're gonna keep striving. We're gonna keep fighting. Apparently, we've elected a new leader. We took Putin off the council. So we'll see. We'll see how we do. But anyways, shout out to World Peace. Giving it a struggle, giving it a shot. Dude and Devo here, along with G. We're gonna be back next week, somewhere in the PM time. Hope to see you guys then, and hope that even sooner we're gonna check you guys back on Spotify. It's gonna be solid then. G, I'm gonna give you the last word.
Well, since you're on World Peace, I'm gonna give a big hug to the Special Olympics. The World Games are coming back to the United States after a long hiatus. So
I had a couple of good jokes. I left them alone. That was a good. Thank you, Tudor. Thank you for that. And shout out to Special Olympics. We love you guys. All right.
you are in the dark like me.
That's right. That's right. Now I can't see him either. Dude and Debo with G, guys. See you guys next time. Peace. World peace. World peace.
World peace.